Hello everyone. So previously we had discussed on the topic single responsibility principle, nothing but S in the solid principles. Today we'll be discussing on the topic open or close principle or open and close principle, right? So within the this one solid principles, mainly O in the solid principles, right? So this is fine. So open or closed principle states that software entities, right, whether it may be classes, whether it may be modules, whether it may be functions, right, should be open for the extension. No doubt it should be open for the extension, but it should be completely closed for the modification, right? It should be only open for the extension, but it should be closed for the modification. The core logic, whatever we have written, we shouldn't modify that, but we can extend the code, right? So that's what we can do, whether it may be classes, modules, or the function. Basically, we make use of the modules so that modules can grow independently, right? So that is the main thing we'll be making use of the module. Same goes with the classes or the functions, right? So this is fine. Classes and functions or methods actually. Yep. So this means we should be able to add the new behavior to the class without changing its this one existing code. So we shouldn't change the existing code. Instead, we should be able to add the new behavior to the particular class, right? We achieve this using the abstraction basically, right? So we achieve this one using the abstraction, right? So usually we make use of the interfaces in the Java. Either we can go with the interfaces or the abstract classes, right? And the polymorphism as well, right? So we achieve this using the mainly this is very important point when it comes to open close principle. Usually we achieve open close principle using abstraction, right? Usually we make use of the interfaces in Java. Just remember this. Usually for this to happen, we'll be making use of the interfaces or the abstract classes and also the polymorphism. Yep. So you have to know these things, polymorphism, abstract classes. If you don't know, right? So if you don't know the OOPS concept, then we will be discussing the OOPS concept next actually, not to worry. So for now, yep. So this is it for the open close principle. Let's try to understand the same thing, exact same thing actually, with a very simple example. Yeah. So first thing, let's design this one. What do we call? Discount calculator actually using open close principle. Yeah. First, let's create the abstraction. To create the abstraction, I'll be making use of the interfaces, right? So interface actually, not the interfaces. So I'll just go with discount here. This is fine. So next, let's write the method to calculate the discount, right? I'll just go with the double here. So this is fine. Let me go with calculate. So I'll just go with double. So this one, let me pass the amount. Yeah, let me pass the amount. So I'll just come out of this one entirely. Next, what we'll be doing, let's implement the different discount types, right? So I'll just go with class, this one. Yep, I'll just go with a regular discount. I'll just go with a regular discount. Implements, yeah, sorry. I'll just go with implements this one, discount actually. Yep. So within this, what we'll be doing within the regular discount class, what we'll be doing actually, let's go with the regular customers. This one, let's go with the, or let's add the 10% discount for the regular customers actually. For that, I'll just go with the calculate method. Yeah, I'll just go with public, sorry, I'll just go with double here, calculate. So let me go with the parameter, this one amount. I need amount, so this is fine. So I'll just go with a formula. So we are providing 10% discount for the regular customers, right? So I'll just go with return amount into this one, 0.10. Yep. So let me come out of this one entirely. So next, so let's go with a premium discount, right? So let's provide 20% discount for the premium customers, right? So I'll just go with class here. So sorry. Yep. Let me go with class here. Premium discount actually. Implements, let me go with discount. Yep, so this is fine. Let's go with the premium customers. This one, let's provide 20% discount to the premium customers, right? So I'll just go with public here. This one, I'll just go with double. Let me go with calculate here. So this is fine. I'll just go with double. So let me go with a parameter amount. Yep. So we are providing 20% discount, right? So I'll just go with return amount into 0.20. Yep. So this is fine. Yeah. So this has to be 0.20. Yep. Anyways, so let me come out of this one entirely. Next, let's do one thing. Uh, calculator depends on abstraction, right? Calculator depends on abstraction, right? Let's do one thing. I'll just go with the class discount calculator here, right? So I'll just go with class discount calculator. So this is fine. First thing, let's go with a reference of abstraction. Let's provide a reference through the abstraction. I'll just go with private here. So yeah, let's move on with the further things here. So we are going with a reference of abstraction, right? So I'll just go with private here. So let me go with discount, same keyword actually. Discount. So this is fine. Next, we are going with a constructor injection. Let's go with a constructor here for the initialization part. So I'll just go with a discount calculator here. So let me go with discount, not this one actually. Anyways, this one. Yep. Let me go with discount. Discount. Yeah. So let me assign the discount here. Discount. This one actually. Discount. Yep. So this is fine. Next, let me come out of this one entirely. We have to calculate the discount without knowing the type, right? So I'll just go with double here. Calculate discount. I'll just go with calculate discount. So this one will be calculate discount actually. This is fine. Yep. Let me go with double amount. So this is fine. So let me go with return discount dot calculate this one. Calculate of, let me pass the amount. Yep. So this is fine actually. So this is it for the coding part actually, right? So this is it for the coding part, right? So we are just calculating the discount without knowing the type, right? So we have just added this one, calculate discount. So based on this is completely based on the this one open close principle, right? So we are just calculating the discount without knowing the type, right? So this is fine. Next, let's go with the this one main class actually. Usually this one example usage, right? Usually I take the example usage from the Google. I'm not gonna type it. Just give me a second here. So yeah, I'll just type it over here, right? See here, this is nothing but the regular customer discount, and this is nothing but the this one premium customer discount, right? So we are calculating the discount for 1,000 for both actually, right? Uh, for both actually, for 1,000, 10% discount is equal to 100, and for the 1,000, 20% discount is equal to 200. For the premium, we are giving 200 rupees, and suppose if you are considering in INR, for the this one regular customers we are giving 10%, right? So I'll just run this one. 100 and 200 is the output that we need to get. See here, we are getting the correct output, 100 and 200, right? So this is the simple example for the this one, open or close principle actually, right? Open and close principle, or open or close principle. Yep. So this is fine. So this is it for the open or close principle. Next, let's discuss about the real world applications actually. Yep. So real world applications, see, this can be open and close principles can be used in the payment systems. So how it can be used in the payment system? See, we can just add the new payment methods, whether it may be UPI. Suppose if we are already having UPI and card, so later we can just add the wallet without changing the this one existing logic, right? So suppose if we have only UPI, we can just add the card and we can just add the wallet as well without changing the existing logic, right? So this we can do. It is used in the notification systems as well. Notification systems in the sense, see, we can just add email, SMS, push notifications independently. So that we can do. The third one, we can just use this one in the logging frameworks as well, right? So we can just make use of it within the login frameworks as well. So we can just add the file logger, database logger, cloud logger easily, right? So suppose if we have already added file logger, then later we can just add the database logger and cloud logger as well, right? So this is one of the um, real world applications as well. Then we can use the open or close principle in the tax calculations as well, right? So see, there are different tax rules for different regions or categories. So if suppose if we have added one rule, then we can just add this one for the different regions or the categories, right? So then we can extend that basically. So mainly open or close principle, it should be open for the this one, what do we call, uh, any classes or the module should be open for the change, but it should be closed for the modification. We should be able to add the new behavior, but without modifying the this one core logic, actually whatever that we have written right already. So the final one is game development. It is also used in the, or it can be used in the game development as well, because see, we can just add the new character abilities without touching the old code. So right, that we can achieve through the open or closed principle. So these are some of the real world applications of the open closed principle in the solid principles, actually O in the solid principles, right? So let's come to the final part, nothing but the complexities, where we discuss the time complexity as well as the space complexity. So what would be the time complexity here? Time complexity would lead to big O of 1, right? So why big O of 1? So here for the code that we have written, each discount calculation is constant time operation, we know that, right? So that is the reason time complexity would lead to big O of 1. And what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big O of 1 as well, because only one object reference is used at runtime, right? Only one object is only one object reference is used at runtime, right? The time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would be big of 1 and big of 1 respectively, right? So this is it for the open or closed principle, right? Nothing but O in the solid principles. Next, we will be discussing L in solid principles, right? For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.